This is the Simpit. I'm your host, Sean Cole, but the real star of today's show is you guys, the pit crew. Randy Welch, Michael Clark. Yesterday, I forgot to thank Franco. You know, you guys show your love for the show before I even get on the air, and it's just amazing. And I just want to thank you all for everything. It's not just the donations, too, because donation is one way, but you know, the conversation in chat, the support in the patron group, the sharing our show with your friends, the liking the show, everything you guys do to help out making this show better. And I really do appreciate it from each and every one of you. Thank you so much. We wouldn't be here doing it like we are if it weren't for the support and the love that we get from you guys. And it does make a big difference for me. And actually later on, we're going to talk about something. Actually, you'll see how it parallels something I'm going to talk about today. But we are here mainly to talk about sim racing. We're here to talk about what is going on. Randy Welch, happy hump day to you too, buddy. Thank you so much. Sim racing, lots going on for a Wednesday hump day, and I'm wearing a standard shirt. My hump day thing kind of is like my reminder to myself that Survivor's on and Survivor's over, so I have nothing to do on Wednesday nights but play and drive and whatnot, you know, all that good stuff. So yesterday, we did talk about the Forza update. They did post more about it on their Twitter feed today, including the article with the full write-up. So if you want to know every last detail of everything, and I've seen this article all over town, so it's not just here, but this is one of those cut-and-paste articles you're going to find. Oh, I forgot to post on Facebook, John. Let me do that right now in the poor way. Thank you for that reminder. Thank you, John Hill. Hey, Sean, just sat on my PC to paint 9/11 and you started live streaming. What better company? Isn't that great? Oh, how perfect is that? Let's see here. Let me just post our show live on the Facebook so we get that audience as well. Thank you for the reminder, John Hill. Come on. Come on, Facebook. Cooperate. Maybe that's why, because Facebook's like not cooperating with me today. What is up with that? So there are huge details on, you know, you got that Zach Speed Mustang that we did talk about, Forza-a-thon, multiplayer updates, more Hoonigan stuff, data, photography, a whole variety. Ford Spotlight events, so they're going to have some rivals events. Why is Facebook not letting me post right now? F you, Facebook. F you to hell. Sorry, we're not going to be on Facebook today. That's okay. So let me bring my project back up and move along with the show, as I just left this up as a diversion. So, again, lots going on over at the Forza camp. We've talked a lot about them recently. And Project Cars, they posted the results from the Renault eSport Round 2, I believe this was. So if you go at their Twitter feed, Facebook is crap, but we can't live without it, can we? But at the actual Renault Sport page, you'll find the results. So here are the results from online qualifying round 2. And this is something I need to look into myself. But PC results, let's congratulate the big boys. John Ralph, GTA Growling, and Baffridge, leading the way in the PC. PS4, GTA Tigny, Cam123, and Malcolm. And then on the Xbox, we're looking at Zarf, Dark Master, Dark 88 Master, and X-Ting Visual. I see ACR Phil there in 4th place, so looking good from one of the guys in the ACR Avid Chronic guys up there on the leaderboard as well. Yeah, I know why. Yeah, Tom, that is the quote. F1 eSport, things are really getting to the end now. We've had all these qualifying events leading up to the big draft day. And that is upon us now. So if you go to their Twitter feed, they'll have a link right here to the F1 eSport on Twitch. You go here and they have the replay, highlight replay, and you can see how the event played out. It was another exciting race, more penalties. You know, Monaco's a tough track to pass at, so if you want to get the job done, you're going to have to push and take some chances. And with that will maybe come some mistakes and some penalties. So I believe this is the end of the qualifying, and now I think they're going to move on to the actual draft. Tonight sees the F1 eSport qualifying race at the time. We already saw that. That's tonight for the final. No, that was yesterday's. I'm sorry, yesterday. Sorry. So, anyway, but that is what you've got going on in F1 eSports. So we'll soon know who the official drivers are of the various Formula One teams. Dave, is he? No way. I'm going to be at the Thrustmaster booth. Well, for periods of time. We can talk about E3 in just a moment. Billy, you let me know. Do you have anything going on? I don't know. WRC, I thought I already talked about Sardinia because I didn't know how to see it. Oh, I can say it now. All right. I'm going to, and Billy, is your capacity there what I think it was going to be? Or have things changed? Or are you doing exactly what I think you might be doing? Anyway, WRC, I got to get that drive hub hooked up because I want to get on there so I can throw down the gauntlet and send you guys after me, see if you can beat my time. And, when I do this, when I'm doing a leaderboard thing, to be honest with you, what I'm doing is I'm setting it up so that our guys, the pit crew, that we are going after those championships. I'd like to see, and maybe we'll even have to put together some kind of informal or even more formal Simpit team in the future. For those who don't have teams and want to represent, we might have to talk about that coming up very soon. Anyway, so that is going up. If you want to do that, that's going on through the 7th through the 10th of June, so starting tomorrow for 3 days after that. Now, we already talked about E3. We can talk a little more about E3 right now. I am going to get a first look at Assetto Competizione, and this is going to be at the Thrustmaster booth. And they are having a hot lap competition. I'm assuming on Assetto Competizione, or are they running multiple sims? But we are going to see Competizione at E3. So that starts up on Tuesday. We are just a matter of days away from getting our first look at Competizione. Well, they're going to be having a hot lap competition. And they hired none other than Billy Strange of Billy Strange Racing on YouTube to do the announcing. So he is going to be the announcer for their competition live at E3. I'll be down there. I'll get you some footage of Billy at work doing the announcing, and I might have to post a lap just to see how I do. Bucho, yeah, we do. We have some really fast guys. I think we could put together a pretty good team, and I think that if we started working together that we could make our presence known on various leaderboards. I think we just have to pick our flavor. But anyway, this is very exciting news. This is coming much sooner than I ever thought it was going to happen in terms of Competizione. I mean, it's like, wow, they announced it. It's been in development. They did a great job of holding it secret. And now we're going to get our first flavor because it's coming out relatively soon. I don't remember the exact date for the release. Was it August? I'm going by memory here, and my memory is mush. Maybe someone can help us out with the expected release date of Competizione. I need my board with the release dates. I don't know why I don't have that here. So I'll be meeting Billy in person on Tuesday when I get down to E3. If you guys, any of you in the Southern California area who did get a gamer ticket to the event, which is very expensive, you'll be able to meet Billy there as well. So that'll be very cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing the guys at Thrustmaster and the guys at Assetto Corsa. I'm going to be seeing the guys at Next Level Racing and a handful of other people at E3. Frank from Rickmotech is going to be down at E3 as well. Billy, you're going to have to keep your eyes open to meet Frank. That's for sure. Frank of Rickmotech will be there. Coming at Codemaster's Twitter page. Dirt 4. Hard to believe, but it was 1 year ago. So we can sing happy birthday. I'm not going to sing. I get caught singing on the show from time to time, and I really shouldn't because I'm not a good singer. But Dirt 4, happy birthday to you guys. 365 daily events, millions of miles, and an esport championship later. And here we are. Thank you from all the team for getting dirty with us. So, congratulations to them. Yes, this coming Tuesday. Summer release. Yeah, for some reason, I think I remember it saying August. This is kind of the Crew 2, we've been talking about it. They did their beta. Game comes out in this month, I do believe. And what they are announcing is that after many of update, they are going to stop updating the original Crew. So I believe they are keeping the servers running and people will be able to play, but there will be no more support for the Crew as all resources have been diverted towards the development, finishing, and the future of the Crew 2. So just a little bit of news for the old school gamers out there. Hey, Ellis. Another announcement from Thrustmaster talking about E3 and what they didn't, and they're talking about having a Competizione there, and a hot lap competition. So just more on that. Yes, E3 is here. Derek Speer design. You know, you think of him as a button box guy. Then he moved into some shifters and other products, handbrakes, things like that. Well, he's now developing his own rig. Now, this resembles the Ricmotech RS1 a great deal. Looks like it's made of MDF. Looks like you get it in a flat pack, and it would be all the flat pieces of wood along with the hardware. Bolt your own seat to it. This is something that I did not know he was even working on, but we do have some pictures of the Derek Speer design build it yourself rig, and yeah, looks very nice. Looks like laser cut MDF. Very similar to the RS1 from R-Seat. I'm sorry, not from R-Seat, from Ricmotech. You're welcome there, Ellis. IKEA makes rigs. Well played, Spatial. This is not sim racing related, but I thought it was cool and it was sent in. So VW, their R electric race car, has been practicing at Pikes Peak. And it's kind of interesting. You know, you might not be a huge fan of Formula E. You might not be a big fan of E-cars. I don't mean E-sport, but I mean E-cars. But what I will say is, if you think about something like Pikes Peak, where the cars go from very low altitude to very high altitude, it's hard for a air-breathing car to really get its needs met when you get into high altitude. Well, electric car is not going to care. It doesn't need oxygen to run, or at least not at the same levels. So, anyway, it'll be interesting. I could see electric cars being the future of Pikes Peak just purely on performance alone. This was sent in, and this is a great shot of Maclaren's Vehicle Dynamics Simulator. Now, this is not the one that Rudy runs on. I believe this is for customers who get full-size Maclarens. And if you want to learn to drive it, or it's working with their team to develop, but you can see that's a full sedan. That's a funny word when talking McLaren. But it's a full-blown car version. It's not the Formula 1 simulator, but you want to talk about one of the nicest simulators on Earth, here it is. And one thing that is to be noted is, if you look, a lot of people like speculate and watch, like, what software are they running? Is that iRacing? Is that Assetto Corsa? What software? What are they doing? Well, we have a pretty good hunch it's rFactor Pro, and the reason we know that is because at the rFactor Pro Twitter feed, they're posting the same video. So just to make sure, I can't imagine they'd be promoting this if this was a different company making it. Yeah, electric is absolutely perfect for Pikes Peak. I mean, that's where, I mean, it's like now you've made a better car, and that changes everything. Oh, logically, we're still here for a while. We're not running out the door just yet. So let's see, what else? Amazon, there's a big deal on Heiko's favorite wheel. If you know Heiko, he races with us in our Sim Racing System series. He is one of the alien extraordinaire in our series. And Heiko is often bad-mouthing Logitech wheels. But anyway, you can get a great deal right now through Amazon. $204.53, $204.53. Basically $195 off on a 920 steering wheel. So that is a good deal. You might want to know about it. EVGA at their Facebook page is bragging about their next generation of motherboards with the BIOS that will have one-button automatic overclocking and stress tests all built into the BIOS. For you high-end people, that might be something. I wonder, for high-end people, is one-button overclocking what you want? Isn't it about tweaking a bunch of different settings, not just magically pressing the EVGA auto button? I don't know. I'm not an overclocker. Have you missed it? Yeah, well, Tarbor, yes, I'll go back to it for you, though, because it's such a great and big story. Assetto Corsa Competizione is going to be at E3, so its first public demonstration is going to be at E3, and that starts on Tuesday, and I am going to be there. So is Billy Strange, because he's going to be announcing for Thrustmaster. So it's actually Assetto Corsa Competizione in a booth with Thrustmaster, running a hot lap competition with Billy Strange doing the announcing. I'll get you footage of all of that next week when it starts playing out. So we were on that. We talked about EVGA overclocking. Cool video. So if you're an MXGP Pro fan, there's a video here. So this is at Neo Crisis is where I found it. It looks like it's on YouTube, so you could look it up by the name Neo Crisis MXGP Pro Making of. And it's a cool video talking with the developers, talking with some of the pro riders that they got feedback from. And if you want to know more about the behind-the-scenes stuff on Moto MXGP, you can check out that video. Footage looks pretty cool. Some of these moments, you know, you would be confused for real-life footage. I love they have a photorealistic look to their graphics, which I do appreciate quite a bit. That's pretty exceptional for a playing game, in my opinion. So there you go. You got that going on. I talked about NVIDIA, the Joining the Crew bundle, and it goes beyond just our game. There's a couple of games, but the Crew 2 is being launched optimized for the latest graphics drivers for the GeForce 1080 Ti and GTX-based cards. Out of the box. It's got it. It's ready. It's in conjunction with NVIDIA. So right now they are running a deal. Brandon, I agree. No, I completely agree. Assetto Competizione being there, Thrustmaster being there, Next Level being there, Billy Strange being there, it totally changes the event for me. Completely. Thank you. I'm actually very excited now. So, what else? Oh, so if you buy a new 1080 Ti or a GTX 1080 or a Battle Box desktop PC or laptop, you'll receive the Crew 2 at PC launch. So you can get that until July 3rd while bundle supplies last. So, anyway, if you were going to buy a video card, you might want to get it. You can get a free copy of the Crew 2. What else? Lots going on today. PC Gamer has a write-up on trying to save lives and flashing lights, the wonky emergency services sim, and I thought this was kind of funny. Number one, I thought this picture of the cop driving was hysterical. Looks like some zombie apocalypse game, not necessarily a, not necessarily a police in a car. Anyway, you can play a fireman, put out fires, EMS working with the fire department. So could be a cool sim of just a diversion type thing, obviously not racing related. AMD and Intel are going back at it. So now we talked about the 28-core Intel chip coming. Now AMD tops them with their 32-core Threadripper 2, which will ship this year. So we are having a huge battle going on between AMD and Intel. And even though NVIDIA talked about delays on their graphics cards, the CPUs, I think we're going to find ourselves in a great position to buy some really good, what is considered state-of-the-art today chips for reasonable prices tomorrow. Because when these things start coming out and these guys really get into it, they're going to really go to blowout on some, you know, like i7, you know, super fast chips will become very cheap is my guess. It's not even a guess. That's just the way it works. Thank you, Spatial. Thank you, Tim, for mentioning that. I appreciate that. Yes, we are on Twitch, and we have upgraded our account. And if you are doing Prime, actually, I think I have a Prime story, or do I not? I can't remember. I don't know if any of you guys heard about this. This is pretty big news. It actually went way beyond sim racing, and I saw it on mainstream news as well. GameSpot has a write-up on it, talking about how Steam users were vulnerable to a serious exploit for a decade. So millions and millions and millions of Steam users who are logged in almost all day, every day, because it's one of the default settings for the game, you've been vulnerable. Now, obviously, it wasn't a high hit, because I haven't heard of any major breaches that occurred. But apparently, they have closed that hole, but it's been going on longer than you should ever want it to go on. PC Gamer also talking about if you get onto GTA, Grand Theft Auto Online, this week you get $250,000 of free GTA money. So that can help you in your career mode or whatever you're doing in Grand Theft Auto. You can check that out. Gran Turismo makes the briefest of cameos in the latest Wreck-It Ralph trailer. I saw this all over Wreck-It Ralph. It's an animated movie, and it was kind of entertaining. Kind of follows the gaming industry, so even though it's for children, I found it somewhat enjoyable. So Wreck-It Ralph 2 is coming, and supposedly at the 46-second mark, there is a reference or a shot of Gran Turismo. I missed it. I've watched it a couple of times. Total Silicon Valley copy right there, in my opinion. But anyway, Gran Turismo makes a brief appearance in that movie, in the trailer at least. Newegg has some deals. So if you go to their promotions category, there is a promo code BTEPVPU36. Let me put that here in the chat. That is the promo code on their promotions page. Wheels. We got a variety of Thrustmaster wheels that you can get 30% off Thrustmaster products, headphones, controllers, and things like that. So anyway, 30% off is a good deal. Use that code and you get 30% off any of those items. Team Sonic gets a hands-on. Kart racing fans are getting another lap. So I think I need to stop talking about this until it at least comes out, or till somebody out there tells me they can't wait for it. I keep mentioning it, thinking that this is one of those games that people will buy, but you're not going to tell your friends. You're going to buy it for your kids, and you'll play it as much as they do. Polygon has an article talking about YouTube's top creators are burning out and breaking down in mass. So, like, some of the bigs, like guys with over 1 million subscribers, Rabius with 30 million, turned on his camera to talk about his viewers of a fear of talking on camera with his viewers of fear of an impending breakdown and his decision to take a break from YouTube. Oh, these poor 30 million subscriber guys. You know what? I've been doing this 10 years. I'm far from burnt out. I'm far from a mental breakdown, and I do everything I can do to keep this show going and alive. Thank you very much, Jesse. Thank you. Boo-hoo, 30 million subscribers, and oh, it's too much. I'm going to have a breakdown. F you. So, I have no sympathy for the YouTube breakdown. You know, I understand when some struggling YouTube person who puts their heart and soul into it and gets nothing but negative feedback in the comments. I totally understand that person getting burnt out. But don't complain when you've created a dynasty, a money-making franchise, and boo-hoo, you have to go to work today. Boo-hoo, you have to deal with the people you annoy. Whatever. This related to something we were talking about earlier. I don't recall. Thank you, Ellis Jones. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. You guys, that's the thing. I think these guys deal with a lot of hate versus this show's all about love. Everyone love everybody. ELE. I think these guys, by the nature of the types of shows they do, they get as many haters as they do lovers. It's a Howard Stern phenomenon where their favorite viewers watch the show this long, but their hated viewers, the guys who hate them, watch it twice as long. But anyway, 30 million subscribers, 1 million subscribers. Boo-hoo. Anyway, sorry. Rant of the day. Does that qualify? Does that qualify as the Sean rant of the day? So, oh, I forgot to bring up a couple of pictures. I'm going to have to do this the hard way. Okay. This is a cool article at Tech Radar. In 1957, the man who made a working VR machine, wind, scent, vibration, Morton Hellig's Sensorama had everything but success. This article is at Tech Radar. And if you think that VR is new, if you think VR is 2018, forget about it. It goes back to 1957, and you have to think about things they tried in the movie theaters, smell-o-vision. But again, look at this giant apparatus. Look at the Sensorama machine where you could go have some kind of a VR experience that might include vibration, tactile feedback. We do vibration motors on our wheels and our pedals. We buy butt kickers. We buy tactile transducers and run Sim Experience, Sim Vibe. 1957, they were thinking that way. Scent? No, but isn't it funny? Like yesterday when I tested out the Porsche, I was talking about missing. That's all we're missing. Where's that scent? I had bought a candle once that was going to get me that burnt rubber smell of the racetrack. It wasn't quite the smell of being at the racetrack, but yes, paid plays. We did talk about Assetto Competizione. They are going to make their debut at E3 next week. That starts Tuesday. They're going to be in the Thrustmaster booth. They're going to be running a hot lap competition. Don't know if the competition's on Competizione or if they're using something else. But Assetto Corsa Competizione is going to be there and be playable in some kind of demo capacity. And they're also doing a hot lap. This is at the Thrustmaster booth at E3. And then Billy Strange Racing. Billy Strange is going to be announcing the hot lap competition. No pressure, Billy. I'm going to bring my camera down there and get some shots of Billy in action and probably try to post a lap time just to see what I can do, see what I can throw down live at E3. So anyway, Tech Radar, cool thing. VR is not new. It's old school. VGP, Virtual GP. Now this is huge. This is my other Amazon story. That's why I couldn't remember it. Virtual GP heads to Amazon Prime. So we've covered the Virtual GP, the Mercedes-Benz Virtual GP racing series. We've talked about it on the show. Their events are going to be aired on Amazon Prime UK. This is a big deal. This is stepping up to a whole new level. So here it is. Here's the post on Prime. Watch it with Prime. Start your 30-day trial. Buy episode 1 right here. Buy season 1 for €24.99. So this is sim racing at a whole new level. And this is a very big partnership and quite a big deal. That's the worst you could do. And that wouldn't be too big a deal because it's just E3. Anyway, okay, so that's cool and good for VGP. Congratulations to them. That's a very, very big deal. Next up, I didn't even catch this in the updates. I was so consumed with the Porsche RSR and Belle Isle and the Subaru and everything else that is new to iRacing in this latest build. But this was a video by S. Whitaker Racing, and he published it on the 5th. iRacing's new grass effect in motion. So apparently you get into the grass and it kicks it up and leaves marks from the car going across it. I talked to John Hill, who told me about this video, and he was like, that is awesome, and that looks so realistic. Except, where's rain? Where are the other things that iRacing really needs to get on? Is this something we really needed as an addition? Yes, it's cool. Oh, man, that looks cool. That looks really cool. I love the way the car's bouncing. I saw another comment in the comments here about how the splitter didn't get ripped off. A car goes in the ground, that's going to catch in the dirt a little more than that. I agree. It could be more enhanced. There could be more to it, but it's nice to see the car doing what it should do in terms of, you know, you cross the grass and nothing happens other than get slippery, and it's kind of funny when you're behind someone or watching the replay. So it'll be really good for the broadcasts. That's where it's going to come into play. When the broadcasts show, it's going to look better, and that could lead to more viewers. That could lead to more sim racers. So as we point out that there are other flaws and things that could be fixed as well, at the same time, it is about growing, and I think their broadcasts will you know, benefit hugely from that. So, believe it or not, that takes me to the end of the news topics, but I'm not even close to done yet. Pit Crew channel. I announced a contest we're having. We decided we don't like the name Simpit Pit Crew for our alternate channel. The Simpit Pit Crew channel is my channel for you guys to be able to put out videos. If you're making videos or you want to make videos, I don't care if it's watching you race. I don't care if it's your thoughts and opinions on sim racing. I don't care if it's reviews. If you want a presence, you want to be part of the Pit Crew, contact me at sean@thesimpit.com. and we'll get you on that channel. But we are going to change the channel. There are 2 days left. I'm giving away a Simpit care package, a shirt, stickers, all that stuff to the winner. What I'm asking for are suggestions for the name. What should we call the extra channel. This is the channel for you guys, the community channel for the Simpit on YouTube. We need a title for it. What I want you to do, email me at sean@thesimpit.com. Let me know your suggestions. I'm going to take all the suggestions, and me and the patron group are going to vote on it, and that'll be the new name starting up very, very soon. So please send in your suggestions, and anything reasonable will be added to the list for voting, and the winner again will get a Simpit t-shirt and stickers. In addition, I didn't get a chance to drive this yesterday, but Billy Strange, who we've talked about here in the show today, so he drove the Speer de Le Mans pack yesterday for Project Cars. I didn't get a chance to do it. I was doing other things, but if you want to hear his thoughts and opinions on it, you can check that out. Now, what do I have going on? I got so much. Yesterday, I was busy driving that Porsche RSR at Belle Isle. If you didn't get a chance to see it, you haven't heard that car, seen it. The pit crew and all of it, it's going to just get its own name. I don't think we're going to call it the Simpit. It's just going to, anything. Simpitters. John, you got to send it to me via email, please. Yeah, Spatial talked about this and sent me a video as well, and a screenshot of some of the damage. So, there you go. Belle Isle, you can check that out from yesterday. Now, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. P-Cars changed their events over, so the Megane to hell. This is their rally cross. Very easy, only like 30 seconds around the lap time. And very funny, Brett. I threw down the gauntlet. So I did some laps in this yesterday, and I was able to run, I can't even see it, 30.36, I believe it was. So if you go to their community events, it's the first event, the one on the left there that says Project Cars 2. Megane to hell. And mine, as of today, I'm 32nd place. So not too high up, but it's not going to be that easy. What I really needed is a handbrake. Right now, wow, that was wiggling. I was using a button on the wheel, and I was using my round wheel, and it wasn't working all that well for me. So, there you go, P-Cars. You can go out and send me a photo. So, again, Sean@thesimpit.com is my address. Send me screenshots that you have done, where you are on the leaderboard. You don't have to beat me in order to impress me. If you just take on the challenge and send me your screenshot, I will be very impressed. Beyond that, 11 a.m., so hour and a half from now, I will be doing a live unboxing and setup on the Next Level Racing Motion Platform V3 that adapts my R-Seat RS1 sim rig. So, if you would like to watch that, you're going to need to be part of the Patreon group, but we'll be doing that at 11. That is all getting ready for the review, but they get to watch me unbox it and put it together and struggle with all the new parts and all the knuckle breaking and cutting myself that goes on with it. So that's going on at 11. Tonight at 6 o'clock, we will be at Watkins Glen with the Sim Racing Systems Porsche 911. You know, it's not a 911, it's a 991. I don't know why I can't get through that through my head. I'm looking at my graphic there. But the Porsche RSR, we will be at Watkins Glen for Attack the Track and Talking Smack. We'll have the guys on chat with me tonight during the Attack the Track, but I'll be radio silent for the race on Thursday. That's at 6 p.m. And then tomorrow at 11 a.m., we are going to be doing an interview with Jack Keatley of Avid Chronic Racing, and this is one of the best sim racers on earth. This guy, he will be one of the guys, you know his name, and hear about him in esport competitions, being scooped up by some of the big events and winning them. So we will be talking to him about sim racing, what it takes to be an alien, what kind of equipment he uses, and how his approach to racing in general is, and see if we can learn a few things from the one and only and great Jack Keatley. So that's tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. So that is going to do it. I see Jimmy Broadbent is in the channel. Congratulations, Jimmy, on your YouTube accomplishment. That's awesome. Hopefully, you will not be one of those YouTube's top creators who are burning out and breaking down in mass. Hopefully, that won't be your story. I don't think so. I'm 10 years in, and I don't get those kind of feelings. But anyway, that is going to do it. Been a great show. Thank you all for being here. Wow, we're over 30 minutes today. That's insane. We're going to have to trim the fat on this thing, aren't we? Anyway, hope you enjoyed the show. I had a blast. Thank you all for being part of the pit crew, being part of the team. Thank you guys for the generous donations and all the love and everything that gives me the enthusiasm to really prevent me from ever being one of those YouTube creators who are getting burnt out and breaking down in mass. I have a breakdown. It's because I frustrated myself in a race, and I'm doing my best to prevent that from happening. No chance of meltdown or breakdown in the concept of being a YouTuber. I love what I do. Love hanging out with you guys. That's going to do it. Very long outro. Sorry about that. Too many words in my mouth today. That's going to do it. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.